Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Rob's Little Blue Book. And tonight we are doing Arayes, which is a Lebanese street food. It is basically, I shouldn't say basically, it's a wonderful thing. But it's a ground meat patty, and tonight we're going to be using lamb, grilled in a pita. It's very straightforward, and I kind of picked it tonight because it's the holidays and I'm also trying to take it easy. But in order to I don't know, introduce a couple of other things, I thought we'd do the whipped garlic, fluffy garlic dip that comes with so much Lebanese cooking, which is wonderful with it. And we're going to make a hot pepper sauce as well. So that's what we're doing tonight. Let me just switch over to food cam and we'll run through the ingredients. And I think we're going to do the garlic sauce first, which is actually relatively straightforward. But it's so the garlic sauce is really interesting because it is essentially like a mayonnaise made with garlic instead of an egg yolk. So the emulsifier, which would, in mayonnaise is of course an egg yolk, but in this case it's going to come from the garlic. So I hope it works. In any case, let's get that started. So I'm going to do the mini chop here just so you guys can see what's going on tonight. I'll mute the thing, but this does need to run for a bit. So the other thing we're going to test on my mini chop is, you guys can't see it, but it's got a little drizzle hole for doing mayonnaise type stuff. I've never used it, but it is kind of important for this one. With with an egg mayonnaise, it's kind of going to whip up no matter what, but with the garlic one, you kind of have to drizzle it in. So that's what we're going to do. So I got about 75 grams of garlic here, which is just going to go in with, salt rub, with a pinch of salt. Now the reason we're salting here is twofold. It is both to season it, but more importantly, it acts as an abrasive and helps the garlic turn into a paste. So let's just see how that goes. I don't know, how loud is this? Ooh, that's loud. Okay, hang on, I'm going to turn the mic off. Okay, so we got it's not as fine as I want it, but without adding some kind of liquid or something to help it along, it's not going to blend. So we are going to tip in a little bit of the lemon juice, which is also part of this. We're going to add a fair bit eventually, so let's see if that helps it along. And not so much. One of these days, I may have to cave, guys, and just buy a food processor. I don't know. This thing's been really good to me, but... Oh, does it? I didn't change anything, Spencer, but I will say I'm showing lag on the upload. I wonder if it's... I'm right where I normally am for the main camera. I wonder if it's the lag on my video. Anyway, let's roll with it for a sec. There's not a whole lot I can do about it right now. Maybe, hang on. I might make this a lot worse. Yeah, I made it worse. Okay, we're just going to have to live with this until I figure out what changed. Okay, let's try a little more of this. Yeah, Spencer, I have a feeling it's upload lag. I'm showing a lot of red. Hopefully things settle down. We'll see. Okay, so now we want to drizzle in the oil at the same time, and hopefully that will give us the emulsification. This takes a little while, guys, so just just bear with me. We're just gonna have to go. We're gonna need the olive oil though. Where is that? It's gonna be very ASMR tonight. Not the fastest pouring of olive oil. Come on. Okay, so somehow we're going to have to blend all of this into our garlic. This is going to be exciting. Okay, here we go. I don't think we're lagging, Serena, but I'm not. It seems to be on and off, and I'm not sure if there's a whole lot we can do about it. So I'll yell upstairs if there's anything you can do. All right, cross your fingers, guys. This is the last blitz. Okay. That worked. This is exactly what we want to see. It's nice and fluffy. All the garlic is like it's liquefied. Oh, it tastes amazing. Very garlicky. Okay, guys, this is exactly what this is. Basically a mayonnaise made with. It's really good. Garlic for the emulsifier instead of whatchamacallit. You could also use like a neutral vegetable oil here. I chose olive oil because I kind of like the flavor of olive oil, and I think it's a nice contrast. And this is sort of a Mediterranean dish, which is, I don't know, olive friendly, I guess. All right, very happy with that, guys. So now we have our, look at the consistency. It's exactly like mayo. That worked great. I'm kind of happy. I don't mean to sound surprised, but I haven't done that before. And so I am a little surprised it worked the first time. So yay for us. Okay, so any questions on fluffy garlic dip? It is kind of fluffy, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna put this just over here for now. No, maybe I'll leave it out where we can see it. It looks good, right? Okay. Now, oh, actually I need, okay, give me 2 seconds. I actually have to wash the mini chop. We are not done with the mini chop. We need it for the chili sauce. Okay, guys. So this is water everywhere. This hot chili sauce is actually yes, Toomey. I knew it had a name, Rebecca. Thank you. I could not remember the name of it. So this chili sauce is actually very similar to harissa, but not quite. And I'll show you what we did a little differently this time. Got our color here. I like color in my cooking. You guys know that. So here we have. Now I had to TV time this because you have to roast these for about. These were in 20 minutes at 350. Okay. Now what did I choose? I got peppers here. Let's do the non-peppers first. I got onion and garlic and a little bit of ginger, and it's all been roasted so it's soft. And then for peppers, well, I didn't want to drive anywhere, so the pepper selection was limited to what was around me. Loblaws, of course, was useless because everything was basically rotting in the shelves. But Freshco had habaneros, unspecified red and yellow hot peppers, finger peppers they call them, but they call everything finger peppers. I think that's just something they put on. And these are poblanos that I had left over from... What was that left over from? Last week. What did we do last week? Something with poblano peppers. Anyway, this is all going in the mini chop too. And we're just gonna, now this doesn't have to blend nearly as long, we just gotta blend this into like a quick sauce, so it just takes a sec. What did I do with the, there we are. It's also gonna have a hint of garlic because this isn't entirely clean, but that's okay. So just stuff the peppers in, everything going, onions. You got to be careful, of course, working with peppers. Don't do it with bare hands. Much better to, yeah, it's from the chili, Sabrina. Much better to wear gloves when you're doing this kind of thing. You can definitely regret it later if you don't wash very carefully after handling these things. And to be fair, these are roasted, so a lot of the oils are gone. When I did this earlier, I actually wore, for me even, I wore latex gloves to do it. Okay, gonna give this a quick blitz. And we're gonna add some stuff. Okay, we want about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Maybe a little bit more. I want about a tablespoon of sugar. Where's my dry measure? I never use these. These are awesome. But we do want a little bit of sweet to offset some of the heat. I want a teaspoon of ground cumin. There you go. And coriander. And you can see, well, you guys can't see, my very, all my spice containers, of course, they all match. You can see, like, they all from the same set. So this is basically just like a hot sauce with Lebanese type spices. I want a little bit of vinegar in here, maybe a tablespoon. And some garlic powder, which went, here we are. See, garlic powder, fancy labels and everything. If anybody, like, I don't know guys, I have such a problem organizing my spices and keeping everything. The problem with spices is, you know, things like garlic powder. Garlic powder is great, right? And it comes in giant bags, but spices don't keep forever, and I just don't go through garlic powder that fast. I want a little smoked paprika in this one. Not a ton. This I got, now this is excellent paprika. I got this from Carlos in St. Lawrence Market. No, not St. Lawrence Market. Kensington Market. How awesome is it that in Toronto we have two absolutely world-class markets? I think it's pretty cool. And then about a teaspoon of salt on that one, I know. And then we're just going to blend that up and see what happens. Okay, kill the mic. Okay, you guys can see the consistency here. This is still like a chutney consistency, and I want more sauce. So I'm just going to hit it with a little more oil. Okay, it's almost there, just a little bit longer. Okay, we're done. Let me get this into a bowl. So I'm going to save, I kind of like the hot things to be a surprise at the end for the taste test. So I'm just going to save this until we get there. Yeah, use this. I hope it's not too hot because I got a lot of it, don't I? We'll see. The poblanos are basically here for flavor and filler. They're not, of course, poblano peppers aren't super hot. But I kind of like the color. You guys can see that we got some decent color there. A little red, green, and yellow. It's almost Christmassy. Christmas hot sauce. Love it. Okay, we'll spray it everywhere. Okay, so any questions, guys? Those are our two condiments for tonight. I'm going to show you how to make one more thing, which is actually sort of an ingredient in the main event. But before we do that, let's pause just for a question or two, and I'm going to have a sip of wine. And then we can get moving on with everything else. Okay, so the spice mix for the spice mix that you use in Arayes is called Baharat, and it's a blend of different spices. This is an amazing blend. You can make up a big batch, which I'm gonna make not a ton, but you can make this in a huge batch. It's amazing on grilled everything. Just a great anything grilled meat, fish would be fine. Any kind of grilled protein, it's gonna taste amazing on. And so I'm gonna make them enough for this recipe, but feel free to like double, triple the quantities for larger to have on hand at home. So, this is this seasoning blend. The amounts here I'm using for, I mean, not that anybody's writing this down, but you can just ask me later. But I'm doing amounts for seasoning 1 pound of ground meat. I'm going to use lamb tonight. I think I said that already, but you could use ground beef. You could use any kind of ground meat, really. But this is the amount you need to season one. What am I trying to say, guys? 1 pound of meat. Okay, we need a teaspoon of pepper, and I thought I was going to have to grind some, but it actually looks like I actually have a teaspoon of pepper. A little extra pepper isn't going to hurt. Don't need that in the way, though. A teaspoon of sea salt, which is that much, and half a teaspoon of cumin. And you do want, I don't know, most of these spices you kind of want to get more or less on the money. Cumin's a little more forgiving. But everything else you kind of want like right on the money. After using this amazing paprika I got, it kind of threw me because I guess the paprikas I was getting before were not that great. And this is much stronger flavor. I over-seasoned something recently with paprika. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but it was like crazy. Okay, quarter teaspoon of ground cardamom, which was actually shockingly expensive today. What else we got here? A little cinnamon, quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. Where's my cinnamon? And we want a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg. You know what? I didn't bring the microplane down. How am I going to do that? I suppose Serena's still watching. Let's see if we can. Oh, you know, I got a mortar and pestle. Don't do it. Don't do a microplane. What did I say? A quarter teaspoon? That's about this much. Okay, improvise, adapt, overcome. Leave the pepper in there. There we go. See? Problem solved. I do like grating nutmeg over the microplane, but I'm just going to do it this way tonight. I got the nutmeg. We want 1/8 of a teaspoon of cloves. I can't even believe they make 1/8 teaspoon measures. But cloves is a very strong flavor. Again, you don't want to go overboard on cloves. What did we have cloves in here? Oh, it wasn't something I made. Bought some Jamaican beef patties from the store, and they were excellent, but they had a lot of cloves in them. Okay, so that is our spice blend. I'm just going to give it a little shake. We're going to use that to season our meat. So any questions on Baharat, guys? I feel like there should be more questions, but I'm just going to trust you guys that you are taking this all in. Okay, I'm going to clear some of my spices out of the way. What else do I need? So going into, we're going to mix up the meat in this bowl right here. You know what? I'm going to put an onion. I'm going to put some onion in. Let's get the onion going. And you want a pretty fine dice on this one because it's just getting mixed in with the meat. And maybe one more shaving. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's about right. Meat goes in. Kind of break it up. I'm going to do it with my hands anyway. We do want a couple of garlic cloves, which are back here. You can, of course, you can run these through a press, but we got time, so I'm just gonna mince them tonight. Not exactly the best knife for mincing garlic, but we'll figure it out. one. These guys always got a flat side. It's important to find the flat side. And again, guys, when you're working with a knife, garlic, take your time. There's no rush. Not on Master Chef. Enjoy your cooking. Just kind of take it easy. You don't have to rush through any of this. Okay. So we got. You know what? Parsley. I didn't even tell you guys about the parsley. You want like half a cup, give or take. Okay, this seems like a lot of parsley. I'm not going to use all of this. And you get a. This is the thing. If you cook a lot, you get a sense for proportions, how much should be in a recipe and whatnot. Although apparently I don't have a sense for lopping off half a cup of parsley, but I really just want about that much, maybe a bit more. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I like parsley too, but I don't want it to be like super parsley forward. The chili was pretty spicy. I'm going to bring you some. You'll find it on Friday. It was pretty spicy, so it wasn't at my limit, and I didn't try it the next day. So I have a feeling it got more spicy. I think it has a great burn. It has an amazing chili flavor. I gotta say, like last week when I was making it up, when I first ground the chilies and I had that initial paste before it was seasoned and mellowed and simmered, it was so acrid and strong and harsh and astringent. I was like, I had thought I had made a mistake because I was like, this doesn't mellow. This is not going to be a good dish. But I didn't do the chili on stream. I just made chili. Anyway. It turned out wonderful. It turned out great, and we have tons left. We have tons left over. Okay. I want some oil in this. Seems like a lot of oil. I don't want to put half a cup of oil on this. I want a little oil to like loosen this up. And our spice mix is going to go in. And we're just going to make this into paste. I will say the chili, once it mellowed down, was some of the best chili I've ever made. So that chili I made started with a roux of all things, and I have never done it that way. And I was really thrilled with the way it came out. I will do my chilies that way from now on, for sure. I think I got a good mix here. I'm just going to set that aside. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup, and we'll keep moving. Don't think we need the cutting board. Okay, guys, any questions on prep before I get into the sort of the method of all of this? I'll keep the olive oil over a sec, and I'll use the non-screaming burner to cook this up. I did bring down a plate, which is good. Okay. So the other thing is, okay, I don't think this thing qualifies as a cool thing. We haven't done a cool thing in a while. Let's talk about this thing. I have such a love-hate relationship with this pan because in concept, a grill pan should be awesome, right? You should be able to do steaks in this and get wonderful grill marks. And you can, But your neighbors are going to call the fire department because of the amount of smoke it generates. It's this one has like nice. I don't know. You guys can't see. This one has nice deep. I don't know, Rebecca. I think I bought this. I've had this a long time. I think I bought this. It might be. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is the it's the Lagostino one. I probably got it at Canadian Tire, or I got it from you. Not sure. But these nice deep ridges. Oh, you lost yours. Yeah, I don't think this is yours. I'm pretty sure I bought this because I remember being kind of like disappointed with the purchase. I may give this to you. We'll talk about it. So it has nice deep ridges, which make it impossible to clean without some kind of like abrasive brush, which you're not supposed to use on cast iron in the first place. I'm going to use it tonight because the sandwiches or the little things we're doing, the Arayes, look really good with little grill marks on them. But you'll have to forgive me if I give up halfway through and run upstairs and get my cast iron pan. We're going to try this, okay? I make no guarantees. This is one of those cooking implements that I have gone back and forth with over the years. Haven't made my decision. I actually didn't know I still had it. So I went looking for it. So let's see. And instead of talking about it the whole time, I really should have been warming it up. Oh, you know what? Can I do this off to the side? Which side can you guys see on? I'm going to move this over here because I just realized we still have to prep one of the things. So you want Lebanese style pita, and if you have a microwave, it's a lot easier to peel these guys apart. If you nuke them for like, depending on your microwave, like 5 or 10, 15 seconds maybe. I'm just gonna hope that it comes apart. Since I only do one here, I'm gonna hope it comes apart pretty easily. I bought a whole bunch, so if I screw them up, I'm just gonna keep going until I get a good one. You can see it's like, again, you gotta go slow here. This is not my strong suit. Being patient with something like this, I just want to rip these suckers open, you know. But I'm trying to get a good one. There we go. Look at that. First try. I love it. And then we spoon in our moisture mixture with the spoon, mixture spoon, I'm going to call it. And you gotta, of course, you gotta be gentle so that you don't. So what you're aiming to do is put in enough filling so that it all squeezes down to about a centimeter thick. So I'm gonna start with like 2 scoops. Gonna kind of flatten it out and see, because the thing is, it has to be thin enough to cook through before the pita on the outside burns. Now we're going to brush it with olive oil, although the brush is upstairs. We're going to put olive oil on it somehow, and for a little color on the outside. But you can see it's about a centimeter thick. And this is just going to go in there. Okay. Pretty happy with, I ripped it a bit, but that's okay. Pretty happy with this. I'm erring on the thin side because I want to make sure that this cooks all the way through. Now, if you're doing a bunch of these, and you have a smaller pita, it's actually really helpful to like stand them up on end for the. Oh, can I actually do that? Yeah. Okay. This is actually working. I can't believe. Okay, I'm going to move this over so you guys can see. But this helps. This just kind of helps seal the front edge and start the cooking before you get to grilling, so it doesn't all fall out. This is assuming, of course, it doesn't stick to my pan, which it's not. Okay, oh, see, should have been paying attention. Oh, that was really hot. So I'm gonna let this go like just a couple minutes, 7:37, I think. Okay, so the one good thing about the grooves is they actually kind of hold this thing in place. I'm now calling this an Arayes pan. It's not a grill pan. It's an Arayes pan. It's also way too hot. And I'm gonna fill the house with smoke. I hope we can see each other by the end of this. Well, I can't see you guys ever, but you know what I mean. Yeah, not quite. Okay, this is a little serendipitous. I like the way this is working. I feel like you could stack up a whole bunch of these. Take this opportunity to pour a little more wine. And, like, how's everybody's holiday going? I'm assuming most people have the week off. I unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I mean, I never take off between Christmas and New Year's because nothing really happens anyway. So it seems to me like kind of a waste burning vacation when there's nobody around to bug me anyway. I take my vacation to get away from people. And if there's nobody to get away from, then I just might as well sit at my computer and do some work, right? But I hope everybody got a chance to make good food over the holidays. I know we did okay. Okay, so you can see you've got nice color along the leading edge there. I love it. And you really should do this with a brush. I don't have one, so we're just gonna like use the hand brush. Put it down like that. Heat up a bit, and hopefully this thing cooks through. And then, of course, once it's in, brush the other side for when we flip it. Okay, so it is 7:30. Rebecca, I forgot to bring the timer down. I'm looking at my clock the whole time, realizing. So I think it's 7:42. We're going to have a peek at the other side of this. I mean, Rebecca, there's worse ways to spend your time, I feel. Yeah, it's going to be smoky down here. Oh, Rebecca, that one strikes deep. I guess you are feline fine. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to cheat and peek at the other side here. Oh, we're good, we're good. Of course, I've ruined my perfect grill marks on that side because they're going to be like not registered. However, when we said 7:42, we said 7:42. It's cooking. I can see it cooking. The sealing trick along the front edge seems to have worked very well. Because it's not like spitting grease and fat out into the grill pan, which is good, I guess. Okay, and so so I said 7:42. We have a couple minutes, guys. Let's talk about next week, because I've been thinking a lot of. Pete's sake. I don't know where that is, guys. Give me a sec. So the good thing about Stream is now I think I know where every single fire, well, I thought I knew where every fire smoke alarm in the place was. Apparently I don't. Hopefully that's the last of them. Anyway. So anyway, I was going to say about next, I wanted to talk actually not only about next week, but also kind of about the direction of, thank you, Spencer. It's a little tight for stop, drop, and roll here. About the direction of the stream. Because, you know, we started off doing Rob's Little Blue Book, and we're still going to continue with that because I still want to find recipes to add. But I have essentially over the last couple of years gone through my entire sort of repertoire of things that I love to cook and make. Like, we've done probably 100 streams now, and I'm out of like, I don't have 100 things that I love to make. There aren't 100 things in the Little Blue Book. So I'm kind of, I guess, thinking about, I'm kind of thinking about how we're going to go forward. So I'm looking for ideas for you guys. I'm always, ooh, that's really good. I'm always looking for things to, and you want this crispy, by the way, guys, and this is nice and crispy. I'm always looking for things to add to the Blue Book. And like the Sopa Seca de Fideos that we did the other week was fantastic. That was going straight into the Blue Book, although I still do have to write it down. But we need, I could use some more ideas of things that you would like to see on stream, because it's now become sort of a collaboration, I think. And I can show you the guys the techniques. Like, you know, we had 3 really good techniques here tonight. We had 2 sauces and a spice mix. And the whole grill method is fun. So I can, if you guys give me the ideas, I can break down the techniques and show you guys how to do it, even if I'm doing it for the first time. But I'm going to need some help thinking of stuff, because I mean, there's no limits to, like, for example, Italian cuisine. I could cook Italian cuisine on this from now to the end of time, but I want to do things that people are also really interested in. And it's also a discovery for me. I can discover Italian cooking on my own time, and I do. So I want to do what other people want to do as well. Happy with the way this is going. I think we're going to call this done at 7:47. Apparently you can also do these in the oven, which is probably way less smoky. But unfortunately I don't have an oven down here. I mean, I'm really happy with the way it looks. And it is cooking up like crazy on the inside, so I'm not worried about it being cooked through, which is a little bit of a concern. What did I say, 7:47? Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, now I got to figure out where to put this when we get it out. Yeah, I like that, doing that too. Like I wonder, like, so the nice thing about doing a sort of a deeper dive into a cuisine is, for me, from an organizational point of view, is it means I can sort of build up my pantry to do, like if we did 4 weeks of a particular style of cooking, it lets me build up the pantry so I'm not scrambling for exotic ingredients at the last second. And I do love shopping, but not always. So we could pick a particular cuisine and just go with that. Here's the other side, guys. Just gonna flip it back. It's nice and crispy. Yeah, 2 more minutes and I think this guy's done. I don't know, I'm just watching time pass here. Okay, 1 minute, and I think we're good to go. Just tip it up and just like. All right, and I'm gonna serve it on this guy here. Cut it in half. It's making some interesting noises, that's for sure. Okay. Calling that guy done. I'm going to move this to a... So here's a trick that's actually hasn't always worked out for me, but obviously if you have a hot pan handle, just throw a towel on it to remind yourself. Well, both to remind yourself that it's hot and also to not touch it. Okay guys, I'm going to put a little bit of water in that somehow. To stop all the smoke. There we go. So let's see which side looks better. They both look pretty good. It's very crunchy, which is what I want. I know that's part of the thing. I'm going to split this in half. Okay, so Spencer, I can do desserts. I can't, it's hard for me to bake, obviously, on stream without having to TV time everything. It is definitely, it's definitely cooked through. So let me just show you guys the middle. It looks amazing, look at that. It's really hot right now. So we're gonna pause for a sec. Yeah, desserts are a little tricky. So one of the desserts that I love to make, maybe I'll do for you guys, if I can find some sort of blast shield for the camera, is like crêpe Suzette, which is a flambé dish, which is really fun. How much did I fog up my camera? Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, what do you guys think? So I'm gonna do, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do like 1 bite undipped, and then a dipped bite, and then we're gonna try the hot sauce. How's that sound to you guys? The hot sauce front and center. Okay, cleanse the palate. I'm excited. Gonna wait maybe just 1 more second. Okay. Okay, on its own, it tastes amazing. Wow. So it's kind of similar to a lamb kofta, And I think we did that on stream with the tomatoes and everything. But this is a much, obviously it's a much beefier, much meatier flavor because we don't have like all those distracting vegetables. Okay, let's try a dip of a corner. It's still pretty hot. And the garlic dip is wonderful. I'm gonna do that again. Mentor, I make a wicked chicken pot pie. Maybe I'll just make it for you guys. You can come over and have it. Chicken pot pie is one of my favorite things to make. Okay. So, really happy so far. This is a perfect condiment for this, by the way. It complements the meat really, really well. And now we're going to try a little bit of the spice dip. Wow. Wow. Okay. So you can definitely taste the habaneros. I would say that is a habanero forward chili sauce. I have no idea. I have no idea what the other I have no idea what the other chilies are in this. I mean, I know the other one's a poblano. I don't know what Loblaws calls a finger chili, but they are very spicy. Let me just do a garlic dip here. Okay. Wow. Having said that, it's not like, it's not burn your mouth off spicy. It's quite a wonderful, bright, spicy flavor. In fact, I bet you double dipping is great. Mm-hmm. What do I think? Yeah. So both together are great, and in fact, when I was researching this dish, I often saw this condiment with the garlic, or the toumi. The toumi in a larger dish with a big dollop of that stuff like in the center, so you could actually just scoop out both at once. This is really good, guys. This is really easy to make. The toumi apparently develops flavor overnight, so you could make this the day before. I mean, this will keep for a while in your fridge. And quite frankly, like, how long did it take to chop an onion and season this and just make the patty? It took no time at all. So I think this qualifies as like something pretty easy to make on a weeknight or a weekend or anytime you're hungry, right? The nice thing about street food, I mean, all food is, you can eat it whenever you want, but street food lends itself to, I'd eat this for breakfast, it's delicious. Okay, so I think we covered a lot of ground tonight. I think we got a lot of good suggestions. How do you guys feel? Everybody feel good? I feel good. This was delicious. So, and yeah, we're in under an hour again. And we did a whole bunch of stuff. So, definitely I think you guys should try this. So, I'm going to hang around for a couple seconds. I'm going to have another bite of this. And if you guys have any questions, ask. Otherwise, I will figure something out for next week. And maybe think of more of a general plan of attack for what we're going to do over the next month or so in the new year. Yeah, because the next stream will be 2023, won't it? Will it? I'm not sure. Yeah, of course it will. And so for the first stream of the new year, I have no idea what we're going to do, but it will be fun. And I hope to see everybody here. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks again for tuning in. I really love doing this for you guys. And I'll see everybody next week.